Hi guys, it's Zhang from Moolahwise.com, and in today's video I'll be debunking two of the most common myths in a 401k that we were all led to believe. After that, I'll explain some benefits of saving in a 401k. Then we'll be discussing where to save your money if you want to avoid these traps. Okay, so let's get into it. But first, story time. So if someone comes to you and tell you that they wanted to get into business with you, where you and him will be business partners, in this partnership, the partner will collect a third of the profits in 20 or 30 years after you have built up this business. Additionally, this partner will not help you build this business or help you with any of the overhead that you're required to get this business off the ground. And this partner will not pay for any risk when the business takes a hit. This partner will not help you with any of the business growth and expects you to do all the work. On the other hand, this partner can raise his share of what he collects from you at any time, and you can't do anything about it. Additionally, if you try to sell the business early, he'll get to collect another 10% of the profit. Another thing I want to point out is that if you try to quote unquote keep the business in the family and not cash out, he'll force you to take out money at an age of his choosing, or else there'll be a 50% penalty for missing previous year's cash out amounts. Would you get into a business partner with this partner? I know I have alluded to it, but this partner is Uncle Sam, and this is exactly what you're doing when you save your money in a 401k. So let me ask you, do you want to be building your retirement plan or Uncle Sam's retirement plan? So myth number one, won't I be in a lower tax bracket in retirement? Is this really true? So let's explore if this is true or not. First, let me ask you, do you believe that the taxes in your retirement will be lower, the same, or higher? While you ponder that question, let's go over to Google and Google the words federal tax rates for 2002. So in this example, let's just assume that the taxes will be the same as today and in retirement. So as Google shows that you will be in the 12% tax bracket if you make 10,000 to 276 up to 41,775 filing single, and up to 83,550 if filing jointly. So let's just assume that there will be no changes to the current tax code when you retire. Why do I bring this up? So let's say that you and your wife make 100,000 right now, and you are filing jointly at 22% tax bracket. So if this myth was true, then instead of living on 100,000 per year, you'll get to live on 83,000 per year, just to get into the lower tax bracket at 12%. So below is a breakdown. On one side is how much you'll be taking home after paying 22% tax when you're making $100,000 per year, and I've broken it down to per month after taxes. You can see that when you apply the 22% taxes to 100,000, you'll have 78,000 per year after taxes. And when you divide that by 12, then you're left with 6,500 per month. On the right side is how much you get to keep after getting into the lower tax bracket in retirement. So for this example, let's just say that you and your wife pulls out $83,550 per year so that you'll be in the 12% tax bracket. You'll see that after paying 12% of 83,550 per year, you'll end up with 6,127 per month after taxes. So you went from living on 6,500 before retirement to living on 6,100 per month. One last thing I want to point out is that the money in a 401k isn't taxed yet. So for you to end up with 83,000 in your hand, you will have to take out more money to end up with 83,550 in hand after taxes, which will deplete your 401k balance even faster. So now keep in mind that this example doesn't include inflation, so the cost of your life could be much higher than it is right now. What if your life costs 2 times or 3 times than what it costs now? So think about it. You have to learn to live on less while your money's buying power is still going down, just so you can get into a lower tax bracket. All on top of that, of not earning an income anymore. In this example, this is just just to show why that myth is not going to be true. I don't know about you, but I didn't save all this money in my retirement account so I could learn to live on less just so I could be in a lower tax bracket. But wait, there's more. So another thing I want to point out is that during retirement, you'll lose two biggest deductions you had in your working years, which are the mortgage and the kids. Hopefully you should have the house and the kids paid off by retirement already. So then you would lose those deductions. So you would lose those deductions in retirement, which could help you with that tax bill. For further explanation of this concept, refer to my X-curve video explaining the relationship to money versus responsibility for different parts of our life, a different part of our lives as we age. Guys, keep in mind in this example, I'm assuming that the taxes are going to be the same today as in retirement. What are you going to do if Uncle Sam raises the taxes? I don't know about you, but I don't want to see my money inside my 401k to be taxed to oblivion. The second myth I want to discuss is what everyone in the financial industry calls a 4% rule. What is the 4% rule? It's a rule that says if you take out 4% of your total nest egg per year, then you won't run out of money in retirement. So let's see if this is true or not. So let's go to Google and Google the 4% Excel template. You'll get to this screen. And then just fill out the Excel sheet. Just fill out the Excel sheet. So then you just fill out the Excel sheet. What your date of retirement, your current age, your annual interest rate, and what your withdrawals are. Yeah, so you just fill out the Excel sheet, you put in what you think you're going to have at retirement, you put in the date of your retirement, your current age. I'm just putting 6%. I'm putting in how often I want to take out money, and sticking to the 4% rule. 4% of 1 million is about 40,000 at the beginning period, and I also included an annual inflation rate of about 3%. So a couple things I want to point out is that inflation is at 3% and I have a nest egg of 1 million. And I'm assuming I'll start distribution when the RMD, or what we call required minimum distribution, is required at age 72 and a half. So if you don't know what RMD is, it's just a minimum amount you're required to take out of after age 72 and a half from your retirement account. If you don't withdraw the minimum required, then you'll owe 50% in taxes from the previous year you aren't taking a RMD. Another thing I want to point out is that if I saved a $1 million nest egg and all I get is a $40,000 annual to spend, that is pathetic. Remember guys, this is a pre-tax amount, so if you want to end up with 40,000 in your hand, then you would actually have to pull out more than 40,000 per year to neutralize the taxes before you can end up with 40,000 in your hand. So just want to point that out. So, but let's see when I will run out of money in retirement. So I input all this. So as you can see from this Excel template, I'll run out of money when I'm 82 and a half. Even just living on a pathetic $40,000 per year, I'll still run out of money by the time I'm 83 and a half. A couple things to point out is that I haven't factored in the taxes on this distribution. And hopefully I can still drive an Uber or hand out samples at Costco's in my 80s so I can supplement my income. However, if you assume inflation, 0% inflation, then my nest egg of 1 million will last forever. But we all know that inflation can't be zero. So the moral of the story is don't run out of money in retirement. To avoid this, you could either save more, spend less, or save your money in a vehicle where you pay the taxes up front. If you don't know what other vehicles are tax efficient, then watch my other video on the 3 buckets of taxes explained to get a better understanding of a tax advantage place where you could save your money. So let me ask you, are you saving for your retirement or Uncle Sam's retirement? But there's got to be some good to the 401k, right? And yes, some of the upside of a 401k is the company's match. The company match is where the company will match you a certain percentage of what you contribute to your 401k. The advice that I was given was to contribute up to the 401k up to the employer's match because it's essentially free money, and this extra matching from the employer will go to neutralizing any future taxes and fees, then anything beyond that match to put into other more tax efficient accounts. Some of the options a person may have from a traditional 401k is maybe enroll in a Roth 401k, or maybe they can do a strategic rollout where you can roll out a certain amount of money from your 401k per year over several years and pay the taxes, then fund a more tax efficient account. But before you do this strategy, please consult with your financial advisor and tax consultant because this strategy may not be right for you, and you will have to pay the taxes up front when you do this strategy. Another option you can have from a traditional 401k is saving your money in a IUL where you get the taxes over with upfront. When I say IUL, I just mean Index Universal Life Insurance. So what is the moral of the story? So in conclusion, I hope you learned some of the 401k myths that we are led to believe are not true. Additionally, just save your money in a tax efficient account so you can get the taxes over with. It's like paying the taxes on the seed when you save your money in a tax advantage account, while paying taxes on the harvest in accounts like a 401k or a traditional IRA. You get to decide whose retirement plan you're building. Are you building Uncle Sam's or your retirement account? We have a mission of educating 1 million families on how money works, and we can't get there without your help. You can help us achieve that goal by liking our content and subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions that you want me to answer in my next video, text me at 415-385-9116 or email me at info@moolahwise.com or learn more at moolahwise.com. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.